Your thoughts on this one? Obviously, kind of a tough one. I mean, against a good team, let alone like your thoughts on how this one went out.
Yeah. No, I mean, you got to take your hats off. I think we kind of, you never want to blame it on an umpire or this or that. The other thing, we had some opportunities and couldn't capitalize. But Diego pitched his butt off.
You faced him before. Yeah. You faced him before. How tough is he to go up against?
He threw a lot more balls today than he normally does, and gave us some base runners. We just, like I said, we just couldn't capitalize on it.
You guys have been pretty consistent all season. I mean, 1-0 losses really. It's such a pitcher's duel. Opposite, I'll get to season in a second, but opposite Diego, Jace really had such a quality outing. Your thoughts on his start?
Yeah, no. You got to take your hat off, and the good thing about baseball is we got another game in 2 days, and we'll get back at it. And obviously we put a little pressure on ourselves losing the first game of the series, but hey, I'm not too worried about it.
You guys have had a really good case of not losing back-to-backs this season. This is only your 4th loss total, but like you've had win streaks in between each one. Talk about this team's ability to bounce back, and talk about the importance of having to bounce back on Thursday, especially with this being now a sprint through the rest of league play.
Right. Well, I think it's important that you're forgetful, right? You forget the good things sometimes, you forget the bad things, and just kind of move on to the next game. And I think we've been able to do that really well this year. So I don't anticipate us coming out flat on Thursday. I anticipate the guys swing the bat a little bit better than we did today, and we'll go from there.
This loss aside, what has been the biggest thing for you guys this season? I mean, you're really off to such a hot start, probably hotter than last year. Honestly, what has been clicking for you guys so far? Including today. What has clicked for you guys so far?
Well, I think for the most part, the kids are buying in to the approach that we're trying to go for. Early on, I think we were trying to pull the ball too much. I think now we're kind of taking what the pitcher's given us and making pretty good contact. Got a couple young kids in the lineup right now. They're both finding their way to get on base for us and make plays on defense. So I'm pretty good where we're at right now.
Which I want to ask, just the youth and coming up in the lineup and just how they've kind of contributed. How big is it to kind of get them reps in league play, especially considering you guys almost would be a lock for playoffs? I mean, you're talking about, again, the youth play now is this way come May, they're kind of set to go.
Yeah, and I think, anytime you're playing a good quality team and you have some young kids out there and, they have some success, they could feed off of that. And I think that's exactly what the young guys have done so far this year. Jace on the mound, kind of, going off topic here, he had a little strain in his forearm. We had a situation where we weren't going to play JJ today. So getting the quality innings we got out of Jace was a plus, and then Khalil, shutting him down, giving us the opportunity to stay in the game.
Which I want to add to the pitching. I mean, it feels like a different rotation than what we saw earlier this season. Correct. With JJ and Logan. Should we expect them Should we expect them back as league play continues?
Oh, yeah. You'll see JJ on Thursday, and Logan will back them up. They've been our 2 best pitchers all year, so I'm not going to change that. Like I said, we just had a situation where we had to make a change for today, and we'll move forward.
With that said, with Thursday coming, how big is it? I mean, considering Pittsburgh, again, like one of the top, I mean, really, they've only lost 2 games all season. They're like right behind you guys. Yeah. Overall standings, league standings. How big a game is Thursday, especially with considering, like I said before, this is a sprint through the rest of league play?
Well, it's big in the sense it's our next game, right? And it's coming off a loss. It's coming against a quality team. So, yeah, we need to show up for sure.